All right, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Beast Championship number 5, fight number 1 is a junior B-class K1 kickboxing fight consisting of 3 by 2-minute rounds. Fighting out of the blue corner from the Muay Thai College, please make some noise for Dylan, the Demon Child Large.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Beast Championship 5 Brisbane. My name is Chong Ali. I'm here with Elliot Compton and Michael the Archangel Kennedy. How you feeling, Elliot?
Man, I'm stoked to be here. This is my first time at a Beast event, so I'm pretty interested to see if all the rumors are true. And so far, man, it's looking like a good show. It's a good crowd, plenty of energy in the room, and we haven't even got the fight started yet, man. So stoked to be here with you guys. I've heard a lot about Michael Kennedy. Yeah, man, I'm excited to spend the night here just chatting away.
Hell yeah. Michael, you fought in the Beast cage before.
Yeah.
How's it feel to be doing both fighting and the commentary as well? Because you've done the commentary before as well, haven't you?
Yeah, well, I did. I fought on both. I fought on 3 of the Beast cards, and it feels good to just relax for a little bit, actually watch one for once.
Yeah, nice.
And experience the show.
Yeah.
Because, like, I've never actually got a taste of what the Beast show's like.
Yeah,
Because
right.
I've always been in the back room, like, sweating bullets.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
It's always different when you're cage side, man. It's like until you fought, you don't get it, right? You don't see the show. Like,
Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, from the Muay Thai College, all the way from Gravesmere, Dylan, the Demon Child Large.
Yeah, how much of a difference?
And his opponents fighting out of the red corner from Punisher Kickboxing. Please welcome the super kicker, jumping Jack Gilmore.
outside my dressing room, like groaning for 40 minutes waiting for an ambulance. Yeah.
So what does that do to your psyche? Like,
yeah, no, nothing at all.
Not phased at all, eh?
No.
Elliot.
When you get in there, you don't think about it, man. It's like it's go time, you know.
Yeah.
But like in the dressing room, I was like, yeah, might not kick this fight.
Yeah. What about you, Michael? When you're about to walk out, like just like these guys are about to come out, we got Jack Gilmore coming out in the red corner. What's going through your mind, man? Like when you're walking down that ramp or walking down towards the cage?
It's pretty tough. I mean, like, it's all the nerves, but once you get in the cage, you just sort of switch off. You go into fight mode. You don't really think about other people. It's just between you and him. But like my first couple of fights, my first 2 fights, I was so nervous walking out. I was really nervous, but my third fight, like I was really nervous leading before the warm-up. And after I warmed up, I was ready to go. Like, yeah, it was time.
Yeah. Do you have like? I always like to ask this question with fighters, like, do you guys have like a specific like routine or like superstitions that you go through?
Yeah, man, I do.
Yeah. Is that you like just wear one pair of underwear for a whole
Man,
week?
I have to fight in Calvin Klein underwear.
Oh, do you really?
And it just came about because I was looking back at photos after I had like 4 or 5 fights, and I was like, oh, and like, you know, like during a fight, your shorts come down a little bit, and I was like, oh man, I'm like always wearing Calvin Klein. And then it just became a thing, and it got in my head, and that's it. Yeah.
So shout out to
I've never
Calvin.
washed them either.
Shout out to Calvin Klein. Elliot Compton could use some
I'll be
sponsorship.
waiting for my package in the mail.
That was
Thank
a
you.
free plug, man. You know what I'm saying? What about you, Michael? Like, do you have any like traditions, I guess, that you go through to like help settle your nerves?
Not really. I'm used to.
All right, here he is. Make some noise for jumping Jack
So focused on
Gilmore.
one thing, it's hard to distract yourself with other things. But I don't really have that much of a tradition. Sort of just hop in there, do what you can. But I usually get handed a diet for my fight camp. Like, oh yeah, it needs to be strictly on this, but I sort of never stick to it.
Nice, professional.
Not sure you should be broadcasting that on. But yeah, man, look, fighters, you know, fighters are an amazing bunch that are so disciplined, man. You know,
For real.
So this first match is a B-class K1 kickboxing rules, 59 kilograms K1 boxing bout. We've got three 2-minute rounds, 1 minute rest in between. Ooh, nice.
Very fast actions.
Yeah, well, you got 6 minutes, right? So you got to get as much work done in that 6 minutes to convince the judges as possible.
True.
And these boys were letting them fly pretty early. I think Jack Gilmore needs to keep popping that left kick. You know, he's looking for that side kick, doesn't. Clean knockdown with a side kick to the body. Obviously, you got a Taekwondo karate style background. You can tell by his footwork and his stance changes to that side on.
Yeah.
Needs to keep popping that left kick because he's doing damage. That right hook's not working for him. Nice. That multiple kick combinations is really going well for Jack Gilmore. Needs to keep him against the fence and take that movement away from him. Nice jumping knee.
The red corner seems to be dominating most of the forward movement.
Yeah, definitely. Seems to be picking his shots. I think Dylan Large is just trying to march him down and initiate some sort of clinch. But under a K1 rules fight, that clinch is not going to help him.
Come on, Breckenridge, make some noise right now.
Large up. He's landing some good cut. Yeah, he needs to keep that pressure on him now. Take that room away.
Hey.
Yeah, keep it at punching range there.
These boys are getting after it. Starting to see Dylan start to breathe a little bit heavy.
Yeah, I think it looks like his legs are a bit wobbly now as well.
Oh, good crack.
Slapping punch there. Oh, knee to the body.
Knee to the body.
The referee stop the action here. They've got a count.
I think Dylan needs to keep that pressure on Jack Gilmore, not get too close, but keep him at that punching range. It looks like Jack Gilmore needs that room to let those side kicks and that Taekwondo sort of style go, which is awesome for him, but I think Dylan Large needs to kind of keep him in his face a little bit and not give him the room to do that.
How much of a difference does it make kickboxing in a cage as opposed to kickboxing in a ring?
You know, from the outside, I guess if you've never fought in a cage versus a ring before, you would think that there's not much difference, but there really is a huge amount of difference because
this is a quick public service announcement. If there is a Benjamin Walton in the building, we have your phone, ID, and cue card at the officials table if you'd like to come and grab it, please.
There's a lot more room for him to escape. The other side of it too is for some fighters, they like to use the ropes to lay back and slingshot themselves. You try and lay back against the cage, you're not going anywhere, right? So you got to be conscious of not keeping your back on the fence because you have a lot less room for movement. Obviously the canvas is different too in here. This looks like it could get a little bit slippery, so you got to try and take that into consideration as you get sweaty. I mean, we're first fight here tonight, so I don't think there'll be too much of a drama, but you know, where we got Jack Gilmore throwing it like high kick over and over, he needs to be careful that he doesn't start slipping as he starts to get sweaty.
I've noticed Jack Gilmore does fight sort of with his body a little bit more bladed.
Yep.
And how much of a threat would that front foot be? Like, what does Dylan have to do to negate the pressure from that front leg?
Well, I think we saw that in the first round where Jack dropped Dylan with that side kick, you know. I think because it's such a strong weapon. And
come on, ladies and gentlemen, get behind these two warriors right now.
To defend it. Yeah. So I think what Dylan needs to do is fake, draw that side kick, and then come in behind it, and then keep that pressure on him and not let him recover.
You've got a towel.
Water spill.
Bit of water. Watergate. Cage door closes and we're getting ready for round 2.
Both these boys look like they've recovered pretty good between rounds. They look pretty fresh coming out, so it'll be interesting to see how they switch it up.
Dylan Large in the blue corner versus Jack Gilmore in the red corner. Great shot.
Is that side kick again? He's landing that well. I think he's going to take the wind away from Dylan with that side kick.
Seems like Jack's sort of taking his time a little bit more in this
yeah,
round.
definitely. See, that's the risk of that side kick from a southpaw stance against an orthodox fighter. You leave yourself open. Like, that wasn't intentional from Dylan. That's just, unfortunately, with the style and the stance that Jack Gilmore has, there's always going to be a risk for him, you know, so he's going to have to try and manage that moving forward too. That was a gnarly blow, though. Yeah. Glad it was him, not me. No offense.
Have you ever taken a shot low and like it just changes the way like you think about the fight moving forward?
Yeah, absolutely.
How
Yeah,
much, like,
for
how
sure.
much psychologically does that take it out of you?
A lot, man. Like one of my fights, the guy kicked me in the groin 4 times. He didn't get a warning, and it literally and he also poked me in the eye 3 times with the fingerless gloves. And it literally made it almost like impossible for me to want to commit to a shot because I knew that every time I did, I was going to get fouled. You know? Yeah.
Jack Gilmore's back up and running.
He's got that pressure on.
It's like Dylan Large is taking advantage of that slight break and I guess that lapse in concentration from Jack.
I think Dylan's corner has told him to keep that pressure on him. I don't think Jack Gilmore likes that range. You know, he seems to get flustered there.
Seems like Jack Gilmore's a very little bit further range than Dylan. I feel like Dylan's doing a lot better as he's keeping like a lot more pressure.
Great uppercut
off that lead. Oh! That was a clean. That's the left kick we were talking about earlier.
Jack Gilmore with the head kick. He sends Dylan to the canvas. That was a great shot.
Perfectly timed against the runner blade too. You know, it definitely looked like Dylan was starting to turn that fight around from the first round. Perfectly timed. Yeah, perfect.
Wow. Big push from Dylan towards the end there, right? Like he really did want to try and get that fight back into his momentum. But
I think his corner told him between rounds, and maybe even while Jack was getting some time from the low blow, that you got to put some pressure on this kid. You got to make him uncomfortable, and it was working. Unfortunately, he just got tired and dropped his guard, and there was that left kick that we spoke about in the first round. It was perfect.
Good shot, great placement. Jack Gilmore takes this fight from the red corner as the referee checks on Dylan Large. Dylan Large back on his feet.
Very impressive fight.
Unfortunately, that's how the fight goes. Sometimes, you know, you could be on the front foot. He could have been 2 rounds up, but all it takes is one shot to change the whole course of a fight, as we saw there. So it is what it is. On to the next one.
Well, some great action regardless from both men.
Absolutely.
Really giving it their all here at Beast Championship 5 Brisbane. We're about to announce the winner.
Very high, fast pace on those 2 rounds.
Yeah, absolutely.
Must take a lot of stamina training to keep that pace rolling the whole rounds.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
Your
your winner tonight by referee stoppage by way of TKO, out of the red corner, the super kicker, Jumping Jack Gilmore.
What's the maximum amount of people you've ever seen take photos in the ring?
The winner, the super kicker, Jumping Jack Gilmore. How does that feel? That must feel pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Yeah, it's awesome.
So you were saying to me out the back that you've trained really hard for this. You've stepped it up a notch, and you're looking to make a statement this year. So how do you feel you made a statement tonight?
Oh, I think so. Yeah, I did do a lot of training, switching things up, so I'm happy with that.
I'll tell you what, mate, after I saw you last year in November, it's a different fighter tonight, mate. Congratulations, all the best for the future. Make some noise, Jumping Jack Gilmore!